I'm doing this live session after about a week or so, and today's topic is about fear. Let us talk about fear. How long should we suppress it? And it is very much there, but we don't want to face it, we don't want to look at it, we don't want to understand our fear. Then, how will it go? If you really want to let go of your fear, you have to start analyzing it from outside and see how you can come out of it rather than pushing it backward and suppressing it. You have to take an action or do something to bring the fear out, but it's very difficult process. You can't do it. The more you try, more afraid you will feel. So fear is a very tricky emotion. So today I thought, let me talk about this fear, why it happens, and what is that which is causing you to not let go of that fear and holding on to it. Why does it happen actually? So this fear is troubling you. And did you know an interesting fact? Babies are born with only two fears. It is said that newborn babies have only two kinds of fears. One is of falling down and the other is of loud noises. So babies are basically born with only two types of fears. Number one is of the baby itself falling down. If you just drop a baby, then it will get afraid. Or if babies hear loud voices, then also babies become very afraid. So this is a observation about babies. So basically we are all not born with any fears, but as and when we grow up, child doesn't know snake is snake, fire is fire, and if the child goes near water, it is dangerous. Child doesn't know anything, no fear, nothing. But we put the fear in the baby's mind. The caretakers or the parents or someone around the baby says, don't touch that, don't do this, this will cause you a problem, this is danger. And then baby starts learning fear, learning different kinds of fears. And later what happens is, as an adult, these fears which came to you as a child, if you are not dealing with it in a proper way, as a child you were shocked with something or you were too afraid, then you don't know how to come out as a baby, and that fear remains even as an adult. Even now you don't know, you only act brave, you only act courageous, but that fear still remains in you, which came into your system when you were a baby. Hi Revati, thank you for joining. So do comment whoever joins so that I know you are here and I can welcome you. So today's topic was fear, how to face it, how to remove it from your system, how to lead your life without fear so that you take some bold decisions which will change your life. So this is the topic today. So babies are born with only two fears. Remaining fears we start to learn and we start to worry or get over concerned, sometimes become anxious, and most of the fears are imaginary, which okay, in the past, if it has happened, you magnify it. Something happens once which is really fearful. I will not say that situation was not fearful at all. Why were you afraid? You were genuinely afraid once it happened, but the more you replay, that fear magnifies. One incident happened and you were afraid, but again and again and again, by recalling that incident, you are magnifying the fear. When I say you, it is you are not unique, we all humans do it. So I am not holding you responsible, because without knowing, by default all these thoughts come, and more we replay, this fear gets magnified. And if it is about the future, fear about the future, you don't even know for certain what is going to happen, but worrying about future is like spinning stories in your mind, but the direction is negative. The stories are all negative, expecting negative outcomes, expecting difficulties, expecting problems, expecting people will not support me, expecting I will get taunts and comments or criticism from people around me, and getting worried or afraid about taking some action or even speaking out. Even speaking out, oh, if I look so happy, then people will judge me. That is one fear. So I should not even look happy, or I should not do something different because people expect me to be a certain way. Or it is fear of uncertainty also. So let me share the types of fear what a person can have. So first and foremost, I would like to talk about fear from the past. in the past something happened, it was very traumatic for you. Maybe you had an unfortunate incident which was very troubling for you. It may be anything as a child, because when moms talk to me, they tell me, something happened in their childhood and they felt so afraid at that time. Someone lost a parent in a young, tender age, or some accident happened when this girl was a child, or even about molestation, child molestation. It was not her fault, but it happened. But the trauma and the fear remains. Oh, I can't trust anyone. Or when she loses a parent, that support system goes away. So this fear factor comes in childhood because of various reasons. So fear from the past, from your childhood, you start carrying it unknowingly. Unknowingly, you start carrying it, and you start remembering and building proof for that. This is called, this I deal in depth in my belief healing system. There is a whole experiments done, and there is also science behind it, how we build our beliefs, and that becomes a reality in our life. So fear is one of the negative emotions. We build upon it so much that it becomes stuck in our mind, in our body, and we can't let go of that fear. Even as adults, how much ever irrational it seems, logically you will know, Arey, there's no reason to be afraid. That situation is done. Okay, as a child I lost my parent, but now I'm very strong. I have supported myself, or someone else supported me, and I'm in a good position. But still, that fear of what happened in childhood, you can't forget. It lies deep down, and this becomes a problem. Fear from the past, trauma from the past, when you carry, it becomes a problem, big problem. Small, not small at that time, that incident was big, but logically you know that is from the past, but still you are afraid. The fear continues. So next variety type of fear is fear of future. Fear of future. So okay, good, the child is also attending, so let the children know what is happening. There's no need to be afraid. Let the children also learn. So a mom has brought her child. I'm glad she is here, because the topic is general, and if the children learn at a young age, nothing like that. Hello Hasini, thank you for joining. So fear of future. Do you worry? Okay, this child is here. Let me talk from the child's perspective. So your test or exam is coming up, and you feel, I should have studied better. My study is not up to the mark. So do you start worrying and getting afraid? How will I write? Tomorrow question paper will be tough. Then maybe I won't get results. Then teacher will be unhappy. Then parents will ask me questions. Why did you get so low marks? Why didn't you study? So are you feeling afraid about the upcoming exams? Then just think over, how will it help you if you worry? If you just sit and worry and more worry, how will it help you? Your heartbeat will go up. You will feel very sad. You will feel afraid from inside. You can't even tell anyone that I'm feeling afraid. You can't tell your parents. You can't tell your teacher. You feel very uncomfortable feeling inside. So what should you do when actually you have not studied and tomorrow there is a test or exam? First thing is, stop worrying. If you worry more, will you get more marks? If you worry more, will you remember the answers? No. In fact, you will even forget what you have studied. If you worry more, if you are in tension and stress and fear, even what you already have studied, that will also get erased from your brain. So be okay with it. Okay, this is my stage. To this level I have studied. Okay, I have 1 more hour. In 1 hour, can I study 2 answers? What best I can do in remaining time to just improve my memory or studies? Can I learn some new answers? Can I do some more preparation? Just accept it and go with a calm and cool mind. You will do better. A person going with fear into the test or exam, that person will not do well. A person going in a calm mind, both of them have studied the same level, but if you go with a calm mind, you will at least remember what you have learned. You will be positive, then the result also will improve. So this is one tip I would like to give about fear of future. Then fear of change. This is very big. When you want to change your job, when you want to move to a different city, even when you want to get married, then fear comes up. Oh, I have to go to a different situation. I don't know what is there. Any change is fearful. Normally, generally for people, wherever we are comfortable. Okay, this is my comfort zone. I am comfortable. Some change happens, whether in routine, whether in the place or in a job. Suddenly fear comes up. Will I be able to adjust there? This was so comfortable, but what will happen? How will I arrange everything? All sorts of anxiety and fear comes up when you face change. So no one likes change. Human beings don't like change. But did you know one thing? What is permanent? Nothing is permanent. Only change is permanent. You can write in your book or remember this sentence. Change is permanent. That means every now and then something keeps on changing. The sooner you adopt to this, the better for you. If you have a mentality that come what may, let me see what happens. So that makes you a very, very strong person. Be ready for change, because it is anyway going to happen. Even if you are afraid, you will have to go through the change, you will have to face the changing situation. Even if you are not afraid, you are mentally prepared to receive the change, then also it is going to happen. You cannot stop change. When you know you cannot stop change, why do you be afraid of it? Do your best. Of course, no one wants change, no one wants to get out of their comfort zone, but why don't you try doing your best in the situation, because anyway change is coming. So this is the advice I would like to share about fear of change. Sometimes I've seen ladies, moms talk to me, they are not happy in their family, in their relationships, there are a lot of troubles happening, and somehow they adjust. There is even physical abuse, hitting, and lot of harsh words spoken to her, and she goes on years and years in this situation, but she doesn't want to take a decision to change that. She has tried to change the husband's mentality or in-laws mentality, being in that family, but nothing is changing. But she doesn't take a decision to leave that family, leave her husband. It's a tough decision. It's a tough decision. So think over, if this fear is stopping you, fear of change is stopping you, fear of future is stopping you, then what can I do to improve my future? How can I face the change? So start thinking in a different direction. Start thinking in a different direction. Some decisions are quite tough. Suddenly you can't take decisions, but do think in a different direction. That is what I would suggest to any moms facing such situation where she needs to change, but she is afraid of change. So think over how I can make it possible, step by step by step. No one is pushing you to take any drastic steps. Just take one step by another step. Next fear is fear of uncertainty, fear of unknown. Actually, all these are interlinked sometimes. I don't know what will happen. Some change is coming, or I have to take a decision, but I am afraid of uncertainty. I want to know everything. If I knew everything, I would take this decision and I would be tension free. I would not be afraid. But tell me, how can we know what is going to happen in future? And why do you think only bad things will happen when it is uncertain and when there is no certainty? Why do you assume or presume that only negative things are going to happen? Why don't you think the other way? What if? What if can be followed by what if I am not successful? What if I can't make it work? But what if you change your thoughts? What if everything works out for me? What if someone comes to me and helps me out of this situation? What if I can find the money? What if I can find the support? What if I can find the job? What if I get a very beautiful dream home? Why don't you think the opposite direction? What if can be followed by any thought. If you just place a positive thought after what if, then the entire thinking pattern changes. So do not be afraid of uncertainty. Life is uncertain. Fear of uncertainty, fear of unknown. No one gave you a future forecast you didn't carry, and you were not born in this world. No one knows about their future. No one knows. So you are not discriminated against. This is life. If you are living this life, it means you have to face tomorrow morning. We don't know what will happen. Tonight we don't know what will happen. Then why are you holding on to certainty? Why are you expecting any certainty? Leave that expectation. It will not help you. If by worrying, if by being afraid, if you can know, okay, certainly this will happen, no one gives you a guarantee. You can't even depend on yourself. Your own mood changes, your own thinking changes, your own decision changes. Nothing is certain. The earth itself is revolving, nothing is static, right? You can't hold on to the sun, be here with me, I want to be certain that you are here all the time. You can't hold on to anything. Rain you can't expect when you want. when it gets hot you don't know. Nothing is certain, then why hold on to uncertainty and get troubled by it and be afraid of uncertainty? So just be okay with uncertainty, make friends with uncertainty. Whenever you think, what if that happens, what if this happens, nothing is certain, I don't know, tell yourself, what if something good happens, what if some nice outcome comes up, and based on that take your decisions. Just visualize good things to happen and take your life towards it. You try to take your life towards it, something happens, roadblock comes, overcome that, again steer your life to what you want in your life. Instead of being afraid of uncertainty, just create a mental picture what you want and take your life towards it. Blocks will come, hurdles will come, overcome that and again go on your journey. It's a journey, life is like a journey. So these are all like energy blocks. So these were the different types of fears I wanted to share with you, and all this can be cleared, can be addressed. You are unknowingly carrying. So today I gave a basic understanding, but I know fear is quite deep. It's so difficult to deal with it. Maybe you need one safe space to open up. Sometimes you can't even acknowledge to yourself, then how will you bring it out? It is deep down in your system. Sometimes fear manifests as a pain in the body, a disease in the body. It is already in your system. Somewhere it has to manifest. Physical symptoms come up. It may be ulcers, it may be backache, it may be headache. So behind every physical illness there is one strong emotion. So if the fear becomes so strong that you worry all the time, you get anxious all the time, it becomes a physical ailment. So essentially fears are like energy blocks. So you need a process and a system to clear it. So just imagine how your life would be if you had the confidence and courage and you could lead your life without fear, take all decisions without fear. How nice, how different your life would be. So that life I want you to live and enjoy your life and create. Actually you can design and create your life. You are the creator of destiny. If you want to learn how to create my own life, how should I let go of my fear, join my Midlife Moms group. I'll be doing a lot of free sessions and many tips and guidance I'll be sharing with you. So I'll be sharing my WhatsApp group link. Do join my group and keep in touch with me. Let me help you as your guide and coach in the best way I can. I am here for you. I am with you lifelong. Thank you for joining this Facebook Live. Just think over how you can overcome this and join my WhatsApp group where I'll be further sharing my guidance. Thank you for joining today. Take care. Bye bye. See you.